Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Memobi biara kwaba eba PENDREAM TV. So you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, bell notification na share ma afoforo ensa enkabi comment section ho. Now what they were drenchre aba. Professor PLO Lumumba one of the Pan-Africanists. Okasa otumi hu say nsem na oka na message wo. Oka assemble some time back. Now I would like to reference nsema oka. Or say we are adhere, now you have to spend 1, 2 or 3 hours explaining what you have done. It means that you have done nothing. Eugene Osei-Tutu of Inshira FM, Abo Dr. Kisel Ato Forson, say he is the best and as one of the best ministers Ghana has ever had. Now DNT and Eugene Ebo Nabaso, Obi Beka say, we restore the city, we strengthen Ghana's economy. Wama inflation aba form. Eugene Osei-Tutu didn't base Nabaso Bodia or Bo Kisel Ato Forson as one of the finance minister on the list of things that ma boss we. Name there is this one particular thing now. Eugene Osei-Tutu say among all the presidents, all the ministers in the second coming of President John Dramani Mahama, Kisel Ato Forson adie we no unique and he is considered as one of the best finance ministers. Nina anasa entremu ewo video we me pese obeka me ho na yakotie ensem no entremu Eugene Osei-Tutu esan to ensem bi emane the majority leader Mahama Ayariga ene afenso the Dafeamekpor efa omo baila omo drafted here in parliament na target OSP concerning the controversy SPK on social media recently actually President John Dramani Mahama letter ebaye ebebogu ebebo sansem ne yina eguye na Eugene Osei-Tutu abo President John Dramani Mahama abaso for this letter or the buyer ebebo Dafeamekpor any afenso no majority leader omonsem no eguye na Eugene Osei-Tutu esan kasafa the lithium deal ya mepesa obeka me ho na yakotie ne nsema or the tudwa efa Kisel Ato Forson Mahama Ayariga and Dafeamekpor any afenso no the lithium deal na wotie ensem na wadwen channel now they are back comment section a constructive and be personal attack chere wadwen on the matter being discussed.
Journalism is a discipline of verification. That is my definition of a journalism or definition of journalism. I believe as journalists three thematic areas are three. We gatekeep and obey because you don't frame in James Eugene Bekaway and Abekaway. Men are deciding ya me beka. So that means I'm a gatekeeper. If I say I'm a gatekeeper, I'm in some multimedia, a ponsaf what should be bottom. And by some children say, me deciding ya may back. Again, be a scorekeeper. I look at bang, also obey say. To me the baton say, I look at kind of obey. Again, me a watchdog. Watchdog, to a crime then or boquine, or shaquine and someone in Koso. And to say, Obi yadi be a medamenity teho. And let's call keep on have a confess or keeping in your waka. And I may carry after sending your kind why. But watchdog on a cramming. The mania to tell. And nam no baby than a daho. Oh, Beffy and one for crime person up by field may bob bang. This week, Mene Uniaketua Coqua. Me adia papa way and I'm so and you is it that one cabinet meeting? And I say, on any boss with Ninkomo. Mekayana, as usual for one day, the Biamecasomono, or the focus on movie brain, I do my way beyond me yet. And say, I looked at them in him to my canana make us say, Ghana had Juma Yaman for anybody, meaning some men come back and I thought time who try roofing me a bed, and then the amount for the Bajo. And I'm a caraman here, but you see, with time and hindsight, they agreed. Or time vindicated my position strongly. You name the matters of the OSP. Let me start by saying this. I may usually say to I feel say OSP no. I'm disappointed in certain things. For example, on pushing. As a do baby, me feel let's say I say there's too much showmanship. You see, to say me jina here, Juma na me no. Francis the baby on my mic no. I look at every mic na me. At least I must have some courtesy in relating to this. But as sometimes when we I say I better me masono doso. there's showmanship between in Jano Abuame. There's too much show, and you may be one case or Menesoka Crano. As or percent or Cassa home be bidodo. You see, that has always been my issue. As well as I can offer some of Becca chairs or train laptops to be a computer and toss woman. And interestingly, a brass has some never talk about Attorney General or trend dockets. So we can only who says dockets and I read with Attorney General. So without the media, without the bashing, Nanka docket Nanka and you're ready. I look at say and will be Yadiana at this pushing why be an I don't know not why you're reluctant so obey. Or because it is possible, and I said be a coincidental say the backlash, and a Jumana baby be shy. So me have my personal issue with it. But me can't let you know. And let's not forget the coincidence or the time series, sorry. President Mahama Shian Peace Council and a little can same way.
Yeah.
Or say it is premature to call for the scrapping of the OSP President Mahama. Time no way man John I'm posting at 3:56 p.m. Me or show me YouTuber. We posted video now around 6 p.m. So the letter came after the call president and President Mahama can be. My catch was me, I didn't want to tell you a sentence. I want to quote to them so that you don't paraphrase and take out of context. Or say, people believe that Attorney General will be very reluctant to prosecute his own. Article 88, Okanya, Jeff, they made the Ministry of Better and presentation. It is explicit, say, about prosecutorial authority. Yeah, the Nina come Attorney General. In fact, I looked at 2018, year passed the Office of Special Prosecutor Bill. No? The bill, Omoyan said the bill should emanate from the Attorney General's office. Now the 2 million constitution, the man no new bien channel, no pone hon kakra. Enfema, always we no fenye the Juma. President Mahama say, "O believe this Attorney General no, a man for Kase because we a cabinet minister, because one and the MPs na ekoba, one and the ministers, one and the colleagues, they prosecute a bedding. It's a for body bimra or no better prosecutorial powers." In the little choice in Ghana, there were only 2 bodies that was out to me. The original power, no Pono Kakrama OSP, and OSP then corruption and corruption related offences. Dealing with the Chalutemini. 88:1. There shall be an Attorney General who shall be a Minister of State and the principal legal advisor to the government. The Attorney General shall discharge their other duties of a legal nature as may be referred or assigned to him by the president or imposed on him by the constitution or any other law. The Attorney General shall, and the mandamus be responsible or for the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offences. So, 88 no and no kakra and no dia koma kisia jabia no obi oba be OSB as a fade way na fa juma specifically for corruption and corruption related offences. Enti na yoko organized crime. Enti yoko onya stricto corruption related, but say organized corruption related they do betimi abem. Sometimes they overlap a little bit. So that is the preamble. Now look at it. But if there's an independent office like the Office of Special Prosecutor, it won't matter who you are because you have the security of tenure and prosecutorial authority to act. People want to see more prosecution and more results. I will just urge.
I will just urge.
I think I will just yes. I will just urge the OSP to speed up some of these investigations and show that the office is so very relevant. Aluta, pressure OSP na aye pressure in this in our tomorrow. Okay, oba for me no ye presentation of almost 2D, almost can be 30-something billion. As I'm catch us say it was a mistake they did. Pressure need be. But to be my ora and say as I did as assassin one yeah causes and from cases no and the president Mahama na o share the phrase no jitum say the thinking behind the Office of Special Prosecutor has some relevance per my deductions of this. Again, I also believe say the delays in prosecution is what is fueling the conversation about scrapping it or not. But this year, Attorney General when you saw ransom case and no prosecuting the main office FIC Yoko abutre komo chain na say nya bia na initiative na Yoko ya the FIC ya den O can come on so about scandal me catch us say e o na we have face can any hear me on the state institutions. Aluta Attorney General for this year even why. So my position was that me who let them na enkrofo be so mu yi. Did they speak to their voice? Because look here, na some other man for fun tra na nye tra. This is a leader of government business. Can you tell me say take a monumental decision say bia o kukurentumi yentwam oso nkan jeje miagra. This is a private business and this is a governance. This is a nation building. Timi who yan am say akokwa two things on cabinet meeting and answer your ye no amo president Mahama man. Because if you conferred with your boss before you filed this agent, and if you know what was even shocking, the bill wasn't just filed in parliament, it was filed under a certificate of agency. Now my predict is ideally it will cause Mahama issue, and I actually linked it to a president for the LGBTQI. NDC played them people who know it too late. So okay. Yeah. Oh, NDC when PCB cross support to do review on passive, you know. Now better the president people out of and you all know the issues. In fact, some of the people of Christian extraction and Muslim extraction, they believe in the ethos, the doctrines of religiosity. Because of Sanema Nemano. Meboa. To make us when the more pass and a papai as some king. Now the bill no command and no one sign. That's one of my I trophy. Then the letter came. And then the president Mahama feels 2 years. On one minimum. Aduane omo de mani do mo consult man omo ko say ya ebeboa no and is later inherent in a red royal letter something president Mahama can or say my kind second part was say the president's request follows a public expression of support for the strengthening of the office of special prosecutor as a vital cog. Look at the Forson ya ka se bibi a vital a etwe be kan sen eye ade bi a esombo ewo significance ewo mpempenso bi ehun o see ono president Mahama no hu say ye boa OSP na vital cog in the fight against corruption at a meeting of the Christians yesterday. It will be a here, but you are dear vital to say your moji away you vital unimoja wo. That is how the presidency. So if indeed the leader of the government is conferred with him, he would have told him this. Again, or say the president also reiterates his call on the Office of Special Prosecutor to do more to boost public confidence in its work and frontally tackle corruption in line with objectives informing the establishment of the office. Onyadia, yeah. Jimmy bet I put your bet Eugene. And then the one where you know from. Yes, a sound. What I say. But won't win no. And again, I looked at the Dafeamekpor said the optics of politics. You see, politics is not just what you be before a PR gimmick.
Yes. I listened to Kujokon.
Yes.
So, but he actually compared two scenarios.
Yeah.
Was it's either say a confusion I set it up in government and parliament or a PR gimmick. Yes,
but Luther, either way it is, this letter corrects that to an extent. Right? Because I even spoke before Kojopong say, is it that he didn't go to cabinet or didn't inform the president? Now, the president has, you see, he didn't just say withdraw the letter and left it there. He actually elevated the significance of the Office of Special Prosecutor. And see, it's one man now a Jimmy Cross office the and was on catch rooms and maybe president here.
Is there a disconnect between this the presidency and parliament?
There is clearly. I know that. Oh, Chakuri Munsem. Such a monumental program. I mean, common sense doesn't make sense. Now you chop money class or you can't do no ben watch. And we have few domestic affairs. So clearly there was a confusion somewhere. But at least the president has fixed that confusion. And I looked at Utie Tamalete and Bine honestly. Oshong may be a womb Transparency International and the relevancy, they were all unhappy. Because then, so that led me to what? Well, then I can't about what? The optics of politics. You see, it may be seen as if can you begrudge anybody who says that? There be because we only yen and ya no. Let's say, be a usro say, Oma what's now obey a baby. So if you disagree with the posture of the man or anything, there are processes of removing him. Near to me, Chief Justice, I'm not officer of the Ghana, ye NCC cheddar. Ye easy cheddar. They all had tenants of office. But why you didn't a fellas at the end of it? I looked at the BM because ye more airpoint to be. If you walk 5 year crowd, KPIs. You see, because your governance, no, ye be anyway in the fear. You quite rally or bantama or 2 won't be. You must have a party t-shirt. So many I don't talk of 5 years. Okay, we're tempting. Or your Juma, or bet me abuame, or your motherly, or your dutiful, or attribute. In the about 2021 August. Or update is needed. You can say you prosecute to 10 cases a year. Your finance and any why you take a 1 year. Yeah, you would be. I look at me KPIs are the American and new. They are measurable things. Yeah, the tools and we can measure.
Key performance indicators.
Key performance indicators.
I quite to say, unfortunately, but this is my thinking and this is how I feel. Since establishment of the office, we hear Martin Alamisi, Kaiser Amidu Di Kambaya, and Kisia Jabia Wabaya. Kase ya yon the senior human. Because the era no sa double salaries in sense me by. Then you have to be the special prosecutor. Now we're back into the media space to say a human or person and I've been a mature panacho. Then eventually no I resign. Elibu will be the then president, so the mother serpent of corruption. I said the tenure of Martin Amudu was a waste of time and waste of space as far as the office is concerned. Kisie Jabe in Swaba. So I can't over to Anquano man.
Yeah.
This is an office I the amount, a virgin office of a sort. First person now resign. To buy and a lawyer of your caliber. Our mining GD room the share ones. What is right? You maintain it. What is wrong? You right the wrongs, but you don't come out to sing the Anquan oh yeah between already know right from the word go.
That's what we
concede this. You are now obey an ancasano. And for instance, you'll be ama 2 years ago yeah between 1 year be an baby. So from the oil literature I say the character of a character is known through what he says, what he does, and what is said about him. But you know important part near oye and your because what is said about him, sometimes it's not objective.
It can be subjective.
Because just I mean, Opa, dear, you make us Munyano, but me no quafua, and I make us a mempe was no, we say mempenas about what he's doing is good. But if you take the two of them, their pronouncement, what they do, I am not impressed at all.
And I make I say there's too much showmanship.
Yes,
a Jumano in with the same flyers and you see, for me, he should take a cue from this. No, we know Meduma here. Because I look at her, accident the BCC, Crawford course to never be a moon in Uber criminal corruption. Her public accounts committee on between. I cannot fathom how. Say a corruption related offenses. Into your budget, the man where Diablo is a corruption or corruption related offenses. Ama, yeah, me, human rights. I look at me no deny. Maybe an enemy. And no more fees. Oh, misappropriation. Now you be one for soon. Just prosecute the person. So, when I look at her, to me, your greatest paralysis when it comes to the development, development, leadership, corruption, any MMDCs. I'm going to develop it. Sika ye dey and sometimes we take cases Nancy corruption scandal no move. And that brings me to the last leg of my conversation. I feel that sometimes in our commentaries we weaken state agencies, and it's because of the politicians themselves. What they are looking at once the day.
They
are the PROs for the police service, the EC and almost every state agency. Omu defend omu action bi. Omu ko position but omu say, omu pay asem. And what's the deal? OSB issue started from MPPO. NNDC for no, they couldn't read the political game and they joined. And the president read and stopped it. It would have been a calamity. The office is barely 8 years. Let them make the mistakes. Let them learn from it. Whilst we are also criticizing them. And then I always when I'm disappointed. I know who is also criticizing them. You see, when you have that approach, then you are making a me. I want for you to thank you, may reply you. Because you see, when you become synonymous with praises for your work, that's the day you keep declining. I just say, nipa de, every amount for back can them. But that's on who is answer. O can answer my ask for so be responding. And you see, nipa said the later. The man who church is the man now boom to crew.
That is where you even implicate yourself.
Exactly. So just do your job. Let the minister back one. Aluta can come to me. The best performing minister in this government, Tato Forson. Already in the budget now, 2 days interview. What an anokasebi. Tato Forson, say open audios.
And then no crowd, he was very picky in places of court. Very, very picky.
Mekaya Okojoy first.
Yes.
Adechino Ko City. No call TV3. No call UT. Not call Wezo. Best 6 years. What the minister said, Sam George. Let's go there.
FM.
But I told her, see, the Facebook, say, you see, Casa do no, and the problem be brew. So they should just shut up and do their job. Make sure budget allocation. Osha charts na joy at the buy na. Akosoro.
Yes.
Say be a who yes kabia. Go to the president. Because you are not careful. You benya yes say na nkofo na ni agi o.
Yes.
Omo face kanu.
FM.
Iti me ni enho. Na onye dwuma ma Ghana. No hu say Sunday day wa ho kan no. Adwuma hu ye bia de. Obia be kasa ho. Aluta. President Mahama ye di na tem. The wo ye di wa tem asabi o na na esi.
Yes. The on that no. I think that we can the home come but is it also possible? Once politicians, so sometimes they do try and error.
Yeah, they fly the kite.
Is it possible? Say you met tested the pulse of Ghanaians anyway. Say an attempt to scrap this office in a befa. But maybe you move apro no, then you should this approach.
I look at me need any objective research to back near Okano. But on me, I'm a channel, the critical analysis on YouTube. Me who are DB? Always been very unpopular.
Extremely.
Oh, they see we na pay. Also, be pick causes. They just ask them. Or very unpopular, and the unpopularity. Eugene, me nyɛ sure say nka problem basa. Nka be critical serious so. Yeah, Transparency International Corruption Fighting Index na be ba a form kakra. But I think that the general population, you know, and support to remove one. But me can say look. You see sometimes, and you let the blood flow. No?
Yeah.
Say yes later we say sabi and some phone here. What you say? So it's not be a popular. Yes, maybe politicians they will always fly the kite. They always fly the kite. They may as well say be a bit my be. But when you remove an attorney general for over 140 years, FIC, omuni na butri kana na otumi to talk about cream.
FM.
Nintendo maker, and as me defend he said, I've always established my displeasure for no yen. But Bank of Ghana, Abutri kana nisikan, is in so soon eba na fa bank neba.
Or say, in known banks are more friends with some key people.
Justice Ministry. Evidence man so why now when you implicating any evidence on social media, there was some semblance of believability in it. It's young Bank of Ghana. Say robbery cause is police and me about it. You police station or not. There be you strengthen. I'm a president, mama. You strengthen. Into a question say, I say never do a best strengthening. See a can amunya dia. Near day. Then you nipa no one assassin.
Okay.
That is my issue. But you don't scrap the entire office. So that will be my first submission. my second submission is to be a buy. Oba idea, Yanya Bopan. Obey. We intro no the car.
Yeah.
The lithium deal.
Okay.
And again, me applaud their buying. You see, I looked at the Dafeamekpor. As I will be to Damia, Yakufu, the Fairby Jackson Park. Omoko, Tamanam Susano, Omo to Damia, Ujinetla, as I did answer, answer when you back couldn't. You see, do we? No, you because ye be a no man before. And Dafeamekpor, when your party is in power, there are some critical voices. I said the piano open you push you on links in the audios the mawum. I look at Eugene had any can say it cannot make any measurable sense. Say I do be there was 10 CDs. And yet let have a cast as I did now 5 CDs a year. Sabe over so just my bottom. It just cannot make sense.
Caught to the extent that Emrano crowd be so a D-Tron, your reviews and just an American.
Exactly, and we prove it here as may be prescribed with the what dream. Obey Shrefem, prepare the two and Naluta. Then you obey Jenny as you may be prescribed. But you for the NSO between 3 and 5 Ghana cedis. I look at Epe. As may be prescribed, so much 50. Now they broke, who could not discuss it. So I only mean usual for no say. But you see, there is why I'm applauding the NDC majority. Any say, and I also bash them. They are being complicit. Okay, people will defend it. What's here Yera Collins that DC can share FM? Or say, Minister na the bill ne konechi. Tio. Na wako parliament abese samra. No the bill no asan baby you. Okay, asema yebusa dan on say. You have 2/3 of parliament. And now when him say, "Young fan say 5% to crown the woman," Alita, what do? You fix the bill, or you fix the law before you change the agreement.
Why the rush?
See, and you see, these are the nitty-gritties. Sabe, all my supporter parties no move. They don't know the object of sense of course. I did will be because number some we are young. Can you begrudge the person who will say that? Because I gave you the 2023 statement issued by
Raya fan.
Okwa sempe from my boss, Samejan Lithium, they are sempe from their tea. Or can say Yansan now when it trim. Now, go for the so real lithium, one can. And to open us a turning yet, now 5 for ya. Sabe, over what I say, yeah, Jimmy for beer and others.
I've started thinking about the Barari Ghana Limited. Because when the seeker or their shame during prospecting, when the seeker or their shame, they say, Oko world marketer, there's a very sharp decline.
Yes,
I'm told, say, a ton of lithium, no, everybody say $3,000 to $650. This is a very sharp decline. What happens to a company? I also invest a fortune in making sure that we discover the lithium in commercial quantity with these delays. How do we just oppose the two?
The Constitution solves it. I think chapter 21. All natural resources need to belong to the government. Belong to the people of Ghana.
No, that is not in doubt.
No, mebaho. Mebaho. And the aluta. So investor confidence they be delay. And you know, I am abane na anya ne niam ye bi na ne ye kan so wo se law no won ti ase mu ni say 5%. Many alutan so kire say per the 2015 amendment na nti saa enti say o ditum say 5 na nya, why did you do agreement of the 5 and send to parliament and later come and tell us say 5 no kwa wasan adwen won say enti ma retract e dey koye fix dia sana me san dia aluta so you are causing the delay anya me.
I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but I say here near man. I foresee a judgment debt somewhere.
Okay. Unim na me baho. You know what they are doing now? They are calling out a buy. She riot fan. The chair of the committee in parliament. Yes, more kind. And where Mahama Ayariga, so you can tell us they are not thinking the same way. Mamim Kot was saying. This Mahama Ayariga, after the MPP left office and we took over, the world market price of lithium collapsed, and therefore it became a disincentive for anyone to invest. See, politicians also to play with our minds. Has anybody invested already? Let's pick a systematically. One. So this statement, what is he seeking to achieve? If not to confuse people. Now, interview, what they are trying to do now is that they will not do a direct percentage, but they will do a percentage tied to the world price of lithium at any given time. In the so price of lithium no ABA 6,000, your budget 14%. Make ABA 500, so it will become more of a forward contract.
I think that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Aluta, the reason why for me it will make sense and not make sense to me is that what if the price for politics because down pay what the NDCs the NPP one was better. But
once a contract to be as when buying existence, we are air corner. The lifespan of the contract, creates room for variations.
Yes, but look at here.
Technically, we call it frustration of the contract.
Yes.
Sometimes the contract may be frustrated.
Yes. So lithium price anko who loses. Me share gan be having there me ni asem. Me no. Me share wo ya na market. I look at me say to every decision that you've taken so far, there are pros and cons. They agree 10 na. Kabana ki anom 10 unsuama.
Yes.
Since never boy, I'm finna kaye betiem kakra. So sometimes I make say, who expect? Oko parliament, oko website, I look at the degrees that they have. And sometimes I don't understand. Yeah, the mraba. What's the mrane? Also the mraba, no nyase ni enye no. I mean, what kind of confusion is this?
Because when I saw the caption, I said, what? There are some crying. A revised deal.
Yes.
The word revised deal. And I said, so you are coming to revise the revised.
You see, and you see, Aluta, the reason why I'm key about this is that you've seen the mistakes you've made good. And I'm saying that's not kind of kind. Omoya by election akwatia videos ne by uhu akwatia. Yes. Una akwatia is any friend Denchembo district. So literally meaning that a diamond district. Aluta her videos are uhu akwatia. Menko takwada, menko obuaseda. But I've seen pictures and videos from this area. Let's not make mistake with lithium.
Okay.
Let's not use our selfish interest to do names. Aluta, and this can be any deal. Baby, a tea, which must be off from the office now. The escape, but one was as soon as Eugene, you do this, these things. Me always use myself and as a bango far, and this can be any deal.
Yeah.
And we have one almost came. We need accuracy. It's all move food crowd, and they don't know the proper demarcation where you are from. These are livelihoods. You see, so yeah. Oh, to tell it's not to tell some more premium why GC to me because I cannot more account for him. It's a little time as I'm say, yeah, but amend a bill of parliament to be 5 hours being transferred quickly and amendments agreement. No, I don't know. It's a little say, especially a pass here. Between time I'm a presentation, ma lithium. The last time I'm here, lithium deal. Me, I won't conjecture. I've always said that my journalism. You may disagree with me, say whatever you want to say, but I will never conjecture on this. I look at her. Me presentation way 13 days ago. Here's the shocking details about the lithium deal. 2 weeks. You talk cars na dia ma wom. Yes, loan aba. Omun show me approve. I look at the 2 weeks they ba approve. You know what is mostly sad? Enra. Yes, a parliament apaja ni musina day was a sinner day. Now said in perpetuity, could be Christmas. You see, this is when you say then people have a legitimate thing. I said, buy
you don't care.
You don't care. I look at us, Gracia, and on approve. Two, this is the evidence. 13 days ago, Namiame, you know, 13 days. Pama Pedemu Musina day was a sinner day. Echo. If it was something that was because ma Colonzada na aka kire wa ma mum communication say eyade bi kekana mo besa san wo mara nim enye trend position o constitution mu hia referendum na say bibi Into Aden. This is where me say the NDC MPs are being complicit. Goodwill na be kofom. Ye me be say na be peda goodwill. And a goodwill na kwa unhu.
Yeah.
Ebi na MPP no. The arrogance. Obi obeka se bia se onim nyansa. Ye professional Jeremias. But actually this week 2 instances I'm speaking about have been vindicated by time.
Yeah.
Because you see, aluta no because Eugene there common sense. And you be idea and so be idea it's common sense that idea money here can it doesn't meet a single common sense. There's no sense in it. It is a parliament bill I need to rectify. If you say okay, it would aluta who to know be say be a lithium be wo ukrum bono baby a. Ne ye company private company no. Ordinary kaba be shem. Ordinary kaba be shem say mami meye bi ye. Again, yenya trip say BV dey be eba me never kwa me pay MPP dey on say lithium ye ntu nko ye be processing no e wa ha e dey aluta say fani peduma 5 kwa ma catch say me dey say you can speaker e me time kra nya duma ye duma papa bi e se so oh ye me 3 months bi dey pay ba fa fine but we no e dey employment e be tua tax e be ye aha no bi maame
e be tua tier 1 or tier 2 ni ade na ma na fi.
So eti omunya ha no mo mani nkwa ntokwa na hu hia no omunya yi no mu fe ne nkosa no na Ghana for hwehwe na nsan ya lut akokwa na twema adwensi minim se Jeff trust in state institutions se Jeff beto so a obenya ma trust akokwa na de ba last week and I was very surprised. The only institution I trust you is military. Is that not dangerous?
It is.
Having full cognizance of the sub-regional context I live in. And there's no man kitty say, Eba Ghana for Niama, as a woman, no, my money, din, no, make cabrophobia, as a Ghana for Tiasi, but you more can and Tassum. Ente luta wo invested you know musu ye nya lithium bi oba bi na disque ba ne omu ye beko sane ye oil side onye ko so ye oil side.
I read a piece na ekasa about the depletion of the core no aye one. And
how investors don't even find the Ghanaians and look at trust, look at parliament. Ko 4 time na parliament members of parliament na 2012 na 40
2012 should be Prof Mills.
Prof Mills.
Yes. 49%.
At here we do 24. A reduce by more than half. All the stages it is not sad. Then the only institution that we're a bit of cognizance and reverence is the armed forces. Yeah. And you have Benin happening, you have Mali happening, you have Burkina Faso happening. That should tell the so-called Democrats that they need to do. And the NDC is a social democratic party.
Dedi kama amenda PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.